The Hunter and the Mystery Woman. They say the forest holds secrets, some that bless, and some that curse. On one fateful day, Jabari, the skilled hunter, was about to discover a secret that would change his life forever. A long time ago, deep in the heart of the forest, there was a skilled hunter named Jabari. He was strong and brave, but on this particular day, luck was not on his side. He had been hunting since morning, yet he had not caught a single animal. Tired and frustrated, Jabari sat under a large tree to rest. The forest was quiet except for the rustling of leaves in the wind. Just as he was about to close his eyes, he heard soft footsteps. He quickly grabbed his gun and looked around. From behind the bushes, a beautiful female antelope appeared. Its golden brown skin shimmered under the sunlight. Jabari smiled. Finally, he would return home with a kill. He raised his gun, aimed, and was about to pull the trigger when something shocking happened. Right before his eyes, the antelope transformed into the most beautiful woman he had ever seen. She had an hourglass shape, smooth dark skin, and eyes that sparkled like the stars. Jabari's hands trembled. He lowered his gun and watched as the woman looked around carefully. She then reached into the bush and pulled out something, her animal skin. She peeled it off her body and folded it neatly before walking away, heading deeper into the forest. But before she left, she paused and looked around. "If anyone sees me, I will have to kill them," she whispered. Jabari held his breath, staying as still as a rock in the tree. When she was gone, he quickly climbed down, grabbed her hidden skin, and hid it somewhere else. He knew that without it, she could never turn back into an antelope again. The hunter's clever plan. Later that evening, the woman returned to the spot where she had left her skin. But when she reached into the bush, it was gone. She searched and searched, turning over leaves and digging into the ground, but she couldn't find it. She sighed heavily. "But I was alone, no one saw me," she murmured. Just then, Jabari stepped out from behind a tree, pretending to know nothing. "Who are you, and why are you wandering alone in this deep forest?" he asked. The woman looked up at him, her beautiful face full of sadness. She knew she was trapped. She had no choice but to tell him the truth. "I am not an ordinary woman," she admitted. "I am a spirit of the forest. I was once an antelope, but I can also take human form. Now, my skin is gone, and I cannot go back." Jabari pretended to be surprised. "That is a great secret," he said. "But do not worry. I will protect you. No one will ever know. In return, you will be my wife, and I will take care of you." The woman hesitated, then nodded. "I will stay with you. I will be your wife, and I will make sure you never go hungry." Jealous wives and a new son. Jabari took the woman home. His 3 wives were not happy when they saw her. She was young, stunning, and full of mystery. "Who is she?" they asked angrily. Jabari smiled and lied. "She is the daughter of a noble king from a faraway land." His wives didn't believe him, but they had no proof. They watched her closely, hoping to catch her in a lie. Months passed, and the mysterious woman gave birth to a baby boy, Jabari's first son. This made Jabari very proud. He threw a big feast and invited all his friends to celebrate. The drunken mistake. During the feast, Jabari and his friends drank large calabashes of palm wine. They laughed, ate, and told stories. But as the night went on, the wine loosened Jabari's tongue. His friends leaned in and asked, "Jabari, tell us the truth. Who is this woman? Where is she really from?" Jabari smirked. "She is a princess from a faraway land." His friends weren't satisfied. "Come on, Jabari. We are your friends. Tell us the real truth." Jabari laughed and took another big gulp of wine. "I already told you." But after a few more cups, they asked again, and this time, Jabari was too drunk to think clearly. He chuckled and whispered, "She was an antelope. I saw her change with my own eyes. I took her skin and hid it." The room fell silent. Behind them, the mysterious woman had been listening the entire time. Her face darkened, her hands trembled, and tears filled her eyes. "You betrayed me," she whispered. Jabari turned, realizing what he had done. "Wait, my love, I..." But it was too late. She stormed out of the hut, grabbed her baby, and ran toward the forest. Jabari chased after her, but when he reached the tree where he had hidden her skin, he saw her standing there, holding it. She had found it. She turned to him, her eyes full of both sadness and anger. "I trusted you, Jabari. I gave you my love, my heart, and my child. But you broke your promise." Before Jabari could speak, she wrapped the skin around herself. In an instant, her body shimmered, and she transformed back into a beautiful antelope. She looked at her baby one last time before whispering, "Goodbye." Then, with a swift leap, she disappeared into the depths of the forest. Jabari fell to his knees, sobbing. He had lost everything: his wife, his son, and the love of a spirit. The endless search. From that day on, Jabari became a quiet man. He still hunted, but he never returned to the same forest where he had met the mysterious woman. Yet, every so often, when the ache in his heart grew too heavy, he would find himself drawn back to the deep woods. He would wander among the trees, listening for the soft rustle of leaves or the distant call of an antelope, hoping, just hoping, that she might return. But she never did. Some say that on quiet nights, if you listen carefully in the forest, you can hear the soft cry of an antelope, a mother mourning for the child she left behind. And so, the people of the village learned an important lesson.